Thanks for staying with us. So we have a guest who also will be speaking. We have talking about what happened with the Nigerian-born British politician Kemi Badenoch, who has proposed a policy shift that would extend the time immigrants in the United Kingdom must spend before being eligible for citizenship to 15 years. According to her, she plans to bar migrants on work visas who claim benefits from settling indefinitely in the UK. Join us to help us understand the fallback of this and or what's going to happen if this is indeed implemented. Is a solicitor of the Senior Court of England and Wales, also an advocate on immigration matters, Mr. Dele Olawanle. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning. You pronounce my name well.
Good to have you. So, when she, as a leader of the of her party, when she said this, of course, this will or could affect many Nigerians who are hoping to gain some kind of citizenship in the UK. Could you give us an understanding of if indeed this could be considered, what it will mean for Nigerians and how it will be, how eventually it could affect those applying to come to the UK?
Yes, good morning once again. Yes, it's going to affect Nigerians and every immigrant. Her intention is to come forward as someone that is like the Black Margaret Thatcher. That's how she addresses herself. But I believe that it's going to make life very difficult for a lot of people. I think some of the things Kemi said was from the angle of ignorance, to say if you're on benefit, that you cannot become a citizen. Many people have worked in the United Kingdom, some for many years, paying taxes, making national insurance contributions, and some of them, unfortunately, took ill and could not work again. Some had accidents, some as a result of old age. To say people like that cannot become British citizens is criminal in itself. Now, for those earning at a certain level before they can become British citizens, citizenship is not for sale. It's for people who have lived in the United Kingdom legally, who have worked, who have gotten settlement, indefinite leave to remain, or settled status coming from the European Union. And people have different educational qualifications and earning capacity. To say those people will be excluded from becoming citizens, I think, to me, is tantamount to an abuse of power if she gets there, but I doubt it. I think she's just trying to score some cheap political points because of the Reform Party, and then the Conservative Party is on the back foot. Now, in terms of taking 15 years to become a British citizen, I think it doesn't make sense. These are people who have lived in the UK legally and have been making contributions, and the Home Office consider them worthy to be granted settlement in the UK. Why should you say they cannot become British citizens until 5 years later? Settlement is as good as citizenship, because the only thing is you'll be needing visas to go to many countries, but someone with indefinite leave to remain is as good as a British citizen. But then if they are qualified, why push it further? So I think what Kemi Badenoch said didn't make sense. But, and I don't even think she will get the votes of a lot of immigrants. I think she's underestimating the power of the immigrant community, who are the most productive in this economy. I've spent 35 years of my life in the United Kingdom, and I know how this works. I've seen many prime ministers come and go, many immigration ministers come and go. When they come with these draconian and wicked policies, it will not see the light of the day.
Okay.
And also, the courts in the UK will not allow this type of crazy policies to be implemented, like the Rwanda policies that was confined into the bin of immigration thoughts and plans.
All right, let me get a few more questions in for you.
So Kemi is just one person. The British government, made up of people from different walks of life, just like different, races and backgrounds, just like Kemi. How do you see them, what's the reception like to this list that she just came out with as, her plans and manifesto for her party?
Other nationalities, did you hear that, sir? Other nationalities, how do they respond?
Wasn't very clear. It will be wavy.
She's saying that other nationalities that live in the UK, what's their response to this comment?
No, within the Conservative Party and, within the political sphere in the UK, how are they receiving this manifesto that Kemi read out, especially this one on citizenship?
I don't think anyone will buy into the idea apart from Kemi and her cronies, because the Reform Party, came out and they are having a go at immigrants. I think with this policy that Kemi is proposing, I don't think she will be there for long. I don't think anyone, because if you look at the United Kingdom, it is built by immigrants. They are the one working. They are the one setting up businesses. They are the one buying properties. I have a client that has 800 houses and is a foreigner. So if you come and you want to have a go at the immigrants and then looking at it and the effect they could have on the United Kingdom beyond the walls of the United Kingdom, is going to destroy relationships with other countries that are very vital to the sustenance of the UK economy, just like when we left the European Union through Brexit. If you travel to Europe now, we are being discriminated against. I was in Spain the other time, and they were asking me, how long are you going to stay, what this and that. They never used to do that. So I don't think, with respect, the United Kingdom is not big enough to want to make life difficult for immigrants, because there are other countries. There's Australia, there's Canada, there's the United States of America, there are other developing economies and developed economies beyond the United Kingdom. So I don't think anyone will buy into it. I think she's just having a frolic.
Right.
Okay. The way you describe it is like you think this is dead on arrival, but then given these political, what would I say, temperature, out there, we have America also coming up with different immigration policies that seem anti, people coming into their country. Wouldn't you say that maybe she has something here? Maybe the UK government would really like for their country to have a very strict immigration policy, and if they were to go the way that she has proposed, what would you say to Nigerians who are working on their visas or who are already living there, hoping that sometime they will get a citizenship? When the climate looks this way, what are the sort of tips or advice that you can give Nigerians on how to go about gaining citizenship?
All right. Yes. Every country has the right to control the influx of foreign nationals into her territory. So it is good to have a strict immigration policy, but it must be an immigration policy with a human face. I love the idea of stigmatizing immigrants, to think that they are the problems of the country. So they are not. They are very, very educated, highly motivated, and, you know, proper foreigners. They don't want to live on benefits because it is a low life. Now, for people that are already living here, I just want them to conduct themselves with creditable, engage themselves in creditable endeavor. I came into this country. I was a cleaner. I worked at McDonald's. I cleaned the streets, but without a criminal record until I decided to study law. And I made sure my 3 children also studied law and became lawyers like me, to make sure that they are not at the mercy of anyone. I want to say to you, if you are a Nigerian, and I speak for the whole world, every immigrant, not just Nigerians, everyone that is an immigrant, I want you to work hard, don't have criminal record, invest in properties, invest in education, add value to yourself. This type of policies being proposed by my sister, Kemi, can never work. It no go work. In this country, I trust the courts to strike down these policies. They are inhumane and unreasonable and irrational in all the circumstances, because if people have worked in the United Kingdom, they pay taxes, you can't fix a salary as to what we allow them to get citizenship, because some of them have had accidents, some of them have become sickly, and that. So if you are a Nigerian, because this TVC is global, but these are Nigerians, my fellow people talking to me, abstain from criminal activities. Don't do anything unlawful. Don't commit fraud.
Let me get one more question for you, sir.
Without insurance and all that. Sir. And don't stab, don't rape, don't do false sex with anyone. Yeah. Be a good guy. Be a Christian.
Okay, sir. So I hear you, and thank you for the advice to Nigerians or immigrants living in the UK. But I know many Nigerians probably feel like this is irrelevant to them at the moment. But in entertaining the few Nigerians that this is relevant to, people felt Brexit wasn't going to happen. Many people like you felt it did not make commercial sense for Brexit to happen. They argued it wouldn't happen, but it did. And it had consequences. People felt like Trump wouldn't become president. They argued what he was saying wasn't good for America, but he did. His Canadian counterpart also came up with his own policies that didn't make sense on a global scale. So there is definitely, like Mayam said, a temperature moving towards everybody protect yourself, protect your borders, secure your boundaries, that is obviously spreading. What is the positive in this move for us as a nation? As Nigerians, what should we see as a positive from this language we are hearing? And how should Nigerians in Nigeria and Nigerian government address this temperature and activities moving within the global space? Thank you.
I will call on President Tinubu and those in government to be more energetic about making people's lives better, about making Nigeria better. I love Nigeria. I've been here for 35 years, but I visit Nigeria 6-7 times a year. I was there just a few days ago on a private visit. I think that the government of Nigeria should make the economy better. They should do better than just having meeting in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, driving SUVs, one of the, embezzling money, and just spending time pursuing their political opponents rather than making the people's lives better. Look at the schools, look at the roads, look at the, they're hardly taps with drinkable water. I just wonder, I think if you ask me, I want something drastic to happen in Nigeria, that none of these politicians should be flying from one city to the other. They should travel through those bad roads. They should travel through those villages to get to their destination rather than getting on the airplanes, because that is taking them away from reality. What takes people 7 hours or 8 hours to drive from one city to the other is taking them 40 minutes of an hour, and then they get them in an air-conditioned cars. So they don't really know the people that they are leading. They don't really know the plight of the people that they are leading. They don't know the struggle of the ordinary man. I think Nigerian politicians are sinners in that they don't have the needs, the plight of the people are at heart. They don't have deep love for the people that they are leading. So, but I'm happy in a way that the Western government are tightening their borders. Many countries are tightening their borders so that a lot of people can stay at home and develop the economy. But it starts with the government. Our government, in this country, I remember during the
All right, we have to wrap up. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, sir, we have to wrap up with you at this time. But thank you very much for joining us to discuss and shed more light on these comments made by Kemi Badenoch in the UK. But unfortunately, there's an official flag off of the construction of the state-of-the-art ultra-modern shopping complex in Adamawa State by Right Honorable Hamadu Umaru Fintiri. That's the governor, the executive governor. He's going to be there, and we'll be linking up on our TVC News studios, and then others can join us on YouTube and also on other platforms. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.